Okay, great. So the recording has begun, and this is day 2, week 8. Day 2, week 8. All right, day 2, week 8. And it's good to have each and every one of you here with me. Okay, so let me know if you can see my screen, please.
Yes, sir.
All right, good stuff. Okay, all right, so I did say that we are going to start from, I did give y'all homework, right? I did give y'all homework. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes. And I'm trying to figure out where that was. That was, no, it wasn't from the paper 3. It was from the paper 2. Oh, yeah, it's from the paper 2.
It's factorized. I mean,
Mm,
it's simplified.
simplify, yeah. Um, I really like how, I really like how you did this question, I really did. Um,
Oh, thanks.
yeah, I would have never thought of it like that, honestly. Um,
So I right?
I think you are. I think you are. Um, but I'll do it the way that I normally teach how to do it. But that's a witty way though. I was like, wow, when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's interesting. But it works. I'm like, yeah, that could work. That could work. But I'll do it for everyone. I'll show you another way how to do it. One. Um, okay, so
Okay.
let's begin with what I really like that way. I was like, wow, I promise you I would have never done that like that. I say that makes so much sense. It's squared, so it's itself twice. So um so yeah. So let's consider this. So we have simplified. So we have 5m divided by n to the third all squared. Alright, so as we normally do, make sure that your math book is out. Make sure that you have your pen or pencil and write down the question as well as the answer that I provide. And once you finish, please send a picture to me so that I can look at it, check it, and know that you are following along and not just there looking at the screen or doing something else while you're supposed to be attentive in class. All right, so I want everyone's attention as we continue and as we progress. Okay, so let's begin with this particular question. Um, so we have 5m divided by n to the third power all squared. All squared. Now, in order to do this problem, and the reason why I would teach it like this because this is the best way to do it. The reason why I say this is the best way to do it is because if the powers become larger, this is still the best way. All right, as opposed to doing it another way. Someone is asking to join. Let's allow them to come in. Okay, so let's continue. So we have 5m divided by n to the third power all squared. So what we're gonna do is that we're going to apply this 2 or the squared to the numerator, that's the top part of the fraction, and also to the denominator. Again, we're going to take the squared and apply it to the top part and also to the bottom part. Okay, so that's the first step with answering this question. Taking that exponent and applying it to both the top part and the bottom part. So let's do that. So we're gonna take
Yes.
the 2, apply it to this one. We're gonna take the 2 and apply it to the bottom. And so that's gonna be equal to, so we're gonna say 5m squared divided by n to the third power all squared. Okay, so we have
Yes, sir.
so we applied the squared to the top and we applied it to the bottom. The next thing that we're going to do is that we're going to take the squared term, right, or the exponent, and apply it to the 5 and apply it to the m. Okay, and so it's going to be 5 squared. It's going to be 5
25.
and m squared, good, divided by, well, when we have a power on the inside and a power on the outside, what are we going to do with the powers?
Multiply them.
Multiply the powers. So what is 3 times 2?
6.
6. Very good. So this is n to the power of 6. Next up, we have, what is 5 squared?
25.
Yeah, because 5 squared equals
5 times itself.
5 times 5. And then 5 times 5 is
25.
25. So it's going to be 5 squared, which is what? 25.
25.
M squared
You put the m squared back.
divided by n to the power of 6. Okay? And so that's our final answer right now. Okay. So, any questions on that? Let me know.
So you wouldn't move on from there? Or just be the last step, right?
That'll be the last step. Because we have an
Okay.
M on the top and an N at the bottom. Go ahead.
Oh, because they unlike.
Because they're unlike, yeah.
Okay.
Anyone else? Any questions for me based on this? Oh, Juan, I think you forget to multiply the MZ.
Yeah, I just see that.
Yeah.
Mr. Badi,
Yes, sir.
if the terms were like, we had to cross multiply?
If the terms are like, we would have canceled.
Oh, yeah, cancel
We
it.
would have canceled.
All right.
Okay. Should I do another one?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's do another one. And for this one, you're gonna understand why I didn't separate them. Because when I increased the power, see, it was squared. So with square, you can multiply it by itself. But if I increase this to like 4 or to say like 5, you can imagine multiplying that 5 times.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So it's better to do it this way. Okay, so let's go. Let me do another one. So we have. So let me write another one. So let's say we have. I'm gonna give you like 2 more. So let's say we had open bracket. So first I want to put it to the power of something. And open bracket. No. inside an open bracket, and let's put a fraction. So let's say we had 6 say 6q divided by h. So let's say h to the power of 4 all raised to the power of, let's not use 6. 6 is too high. So let's say that this is 2. We'll raise it to the power of, say, 3. I think that's good. So this is your first one. Good. So try that one. Now let's change this to 4. 4 is good. And let's change this to 5. Good. This one, on the other hand, we are going to do another example that we're gonna do. Is we're gonna do, say we had you can keep it as 2. Let's say this was p power of a. Let's say that this is 5. Okay, good. So do these ones for me, and let me know what you get. So do this one, 4q divided by h to the 5th, all to the power of h, all to the power of 3, and 2p divided by a to the 4 to the power of 5. Do those 2 for me, and let me know what you get. So let me see who's trying out. I know this. So again, please do this one on your own. 4q divided by h to the 5th to the power of 3, and 2p divided by a to the 4 to the power of 5.
I have answer.
You have an answer? What's your answer is?
I have 8q to the cube over h to the 7.
8. Okay. Anyone else?
The first one I have 64q squared divided by h to the
Q
power
squared?
of
Q squared?
q squared, yes.
Q squared.
I have 64 Q
Q
over
squared, yeah.
H 15. H power 15.
Okay. All right.
Listen to you. When you change that to 4q?
Yo, here we go,
I changed the 4q.
Oh, I have my stuff at 2q.
No, 4q. All right. I think I heard a right answer already.
My answer wrong because I had 4. I did 2q.
Okay, so let's do the first one. So with this one, remember that we have to apply the 3 to the what? To the numerator. And what else?
The denominator.
4.
And also to the denominator, right? So it's gonna be equal to so we're gonna say 4q to the power of what?
3.
All divided by we can say h to the power of what?
5
5
times 3.
all to the power of what?
3.
3. Good. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take 3 and apply it to the 4. We're going to take 3 and apply it to Q. And so that means that we're going to have what?
64.
4 times 4 times 4.
4 cubed, right?
Mhm.
Times what? Q cubed, right?
Mhm.
Divided by what is what we gonna do with these powers?
Multiply.
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 So it's h to the power of what?
15.
Good. Now what is 4 cubed?
64.
Yes. Because 4 times 4 times 4. And we know that 4 times 4 is 16 times 4. It's gonna be 64. And so this equals to 64 Q cubed to the power of, sorry, divided by h to the power of
15.
15.
I get that.
You got that? Anyone else got it?
I can do it over.
Yeah.
I do.
I got it.
That's good.
5 too.
That's good. I heard Ricardo said it first. If I were to be honest. But very good, everyone. That got it. It's important. Okay, so what did we get for the next one? No one did that yet.
I know it now because they had to redo the first one.
We're doing it now. Okay. So let's do the second one. Do I still need to stay on this page? Are we good?
Alright.
We good? Alright. Alright, so alright, good. So this is gonna be, so let's do this one. So with this one, we're gonna apply the 5 to the numerator. We're gonna apply the 5 to the denominator. It's gonna be equal to, by the way, any answers yet before I
32p to the power of 5. A to the power of 20.
8 to the power of 20? Okay.
I got the same answer.
Then that's the same answer. You sure you ain't looking at this paper?
No, I can take a picture right now. I got this.
I'm just kidding, because it's impossible for you to look on this paper, right? But very good. Very good. Both of you. Okay, so we apply the 5 to 2p, so it's going to be 2p to the power of 5 all over a to the power of 4. But we're going to also put it to the power of 5 as well. It's going to be equal to, we're going to apply the 5 to what?
The 2.
Let's see that answer.
2 and what your answer is?
I get 32 p to the 5th over q to the 9.
Q.
8, my bad.
8 to the 9?
Yes, so.
Alright. So this is going to be 2. This is 2 to the 5th, right? So it's going to be 2 times. We're going to multiply 5 times. It's going to be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2.
I have a problem.
Yeah, so what your problem is?
I missed an add instead of multiply. It's supposed to be 8 to the 20. Instead of 20.
I say none. I say, okay,
I just figured out it's 8 to the 20.
Alright, very good. 2 times 2 is
4.
4. 2 times 2 is 4.
4.
Alright, times 2 We know that 4 times 4 is
60,
16
16.
times 2,
32.
32. Very good. Oh my. 32. Good. So the top number 2 to the 5th is 32. And it's going to be p to the power of 5 divided by 4 times 5 is
20.
20.
Good. So 32 p to the 5th, a to the power of 20. And that's how we do that. Okay, so is that clear for us?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Good. Make sure please send in the notes for these ones that we did. Those 3 that we did. Please send in the notes. Thank you, Miss Penniman. Thank you, Ricardo. Very good, Miss Penniman. I mean, very good. The handwriting is excellent. Thank you, Miss McDonald. All right, someone is trying to get into the. Let's allow them to come in. All right, so let's continue. So that was familiar or unfamiliar territory?
Unfamiliar.
Unfamiliar. But
Unfamiliar.
easy or hard? Or medium or
Very
Easy.
easy.
yeah.
It's easy.
Easy.
Yeah. Like I say, math is easy. Don't make it hard. Once you get it, you get it. You know.
I mean, the problem looked complicated, but once you
Yeah.
know how to do it,
Yeah. Once you know how to do it, you know how to do it. You know, some people's asking me, Mr. Petit, how you know how to do so much maths? Trust me, it's not hard. Like once you get it, you get it. You can and it's hard for you to forget it. Okay. And so yeah. So let's go to another paper. The one we started yesterday. So we should be somewhere here. Okay, good. So we're gonna do number 16. This should be, I hope, familiar. Now for the $1,000,000 question. What is the area of a circle? The $1,000,000 question. Oh wow. You gotta be studying, people. What is the area of a circle?
3.14 times r squared.
Okay, I can live with that. Pi r squared.
I said that.
You said that, Kennedy?
Yes, I said pi r squared. Wow.
You said that for real?
Wow.
I honestly didn't hear that on stage. Wow, I'm
I
sorry.
ain't even had a question.
She did say that. She
You
did,
did say that? Wow,
Yeah.
sorry, Kennedy. Wow. I need the. Where's your address? Let me send you a trophy. Let me send you a trophy now. Very good. I didn't hear that, honestly. All right. Okay, good. So we're gonna use area of a circle. Why are we gonna use area of a circle?
Because we're finding out the garden of a circular, the area of a circular garden.
Very good. It's a circular garden. So it says that a circular garden. I mean, how much more clear they could be? I mean, the garden is a circle, okay? That's what they're trying to say. All right. So here we have a circular garden, and it has a radius of 8 centimeters. Now the radius is this line segment here. The radius is always half of the circle. all right? Or we could say half of the diameter, all right? So the radius is 8 centimeters, all right? And we have to try to find the area of this circle. Now the area, in terms of like, visual, the area is the space that's in here, right? This flat ground, like how much is it? How much space do we have? You know what I mean? Like how much space do we have inside of this this circle, right? Interesting garden, circular garden, interesting. Okay, so we need to use the area of a circle formula, and we know that that is pi r squared, where r is the radius. So let's figure that out. While I'm doing it, you all could do it on your own and then tell me what you get. But I'm gonna do it on my side. Now, what do we have to use for pi? We have to use the approximation one. 3.14. Okay. So that's the approximation that we have to use of pi. So area of circular garden gonna be equal to pi. Where's pi? Where is pi? Where is pi?
See it to the bottom. Third row.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Of course, I saw that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, totally. Like, yeah. Why did you even find that out? Like, come on.
You need it.
Thank you so much, Miss Cooper. I was looking so desperately for that. Thanks for pointing it out. All right. But don't tell no one. All right. Okay, good. So we know that R. Well, okay. So first of all, we know that the area of a circle, the circular garden, is going to be pi r squared because it is the area of a circle. We know that. So let's color this red. Let's color this green. All right, green. So the first thing we know is that pi, they gave us something specifically for pi. They said that, hey, listen, for pi, do not use 3.142 whatever. Use the abbreviation 3.14. So that's what we have to use for pi. And I'm going to color that in red. That's the abbreviation we have to use for pi, or the approximation that we have to use for pi. Good. So we know that pi is 3.14. That's solid. Next thing we know that r equals, what is r? The radius. The radius
8 centimeters.
the radius is
Centimeters.
8 centimeters, right? So if the radius is 8
Yes, sir.
centimeters, okay. If the radius is 8 centimeters, let's put this in block. What would r squared be?
8 times 8.
8 times 8.
8 times 8. Very good. Very good. Y'all on a roll tonight. I know. Y'all really on a roll tonight. What happened? Y'all can feel the heat of the exam upon you. Eh?
Yeah.
I can't wait till it's the day of before the exam. Mr. Petit, can we out like midnight? Like, I don't
You
know.
have to be online.
Oh boy, I can't wait till like it's the week of. Mr. Petit, you know I didn't understand simultaneous equations. Say it again.
I said, that's kind of shy. You're going to be up actually.
Mr. Petit, I didn't understand simultaneous equation. How about that factorization? Can you do that again? I can't wait. It's gonna be interesting. But I believe y'all gonna do well. Once you study now. Okay, so 8
We
times.
blowing up your food.
I know, right? Alright. Okay, 8 times 8 is 64.
64.
Good. So r squared is 64. All I want is A's, please. Mr. Petit, I got an 8. That's what I want to help. R squared equals 64. Good. So we know that pi is 3.14 and r squared is 64. So this is going to be, so the area of the circular garden is going to be equal to pi, which is 3.14, multiplied by r squared, which we saw was what? We just did r squared. R squared is 64.
64.
Good. And then what is 3.14 times 64?
296.
196. Who said that?
Centimeters.
Okay. Oh, we have to be careful. We have to be careful. This is centimeters squared, eh?
Centimeters squared.
Mm-hmm.
Centimeters.
Centimeters squared. The reason why it's centimeters squared is what I'm supposed to do is this is remember that r is centimeters. So r squared, what I'm supposed to do is, my apologies, it's supposed to be open bracket 8 centimeters squared. So it's centimeters times centimeters. So what I mean is, so this is 8, right? 8 centimeters squared. Sorry. Oh my goodness. 8 centimeters all squared. So the 8 is going to, so we're going to say 8 centimeters times 8 centimeters. And so what we do is sorry. So what we do is we say 8 times 8, which is 64. But centimeters times centimeters is what? Centimeters squared.
Centimeters squared.
Okay, so don't forget that. And so that's how we get it.
We also forget.
Yeah. So it is gonna be, that's why I have you guys to remind me, right? 200.96
Centimeters squared.
centimeters squared. If it was meters, it's gonna be meters squared. Okay? If it was kilometers, it would have been kilometers squared. Area is always in
Squared.
square units. Square units. So that's important. Alright. And good. So that's our answer. Any questions on how did we get that? No?
No, sir.
Good.
Okay. Alright. So please send in the notes for that one as well. Alright. Okay. Alright, this is a good time to take the register. Should I take it at 7? I can take it now and I can take it again at 7. Okay. Alright, next
I had to do it by temperature too.
say it again.
I say I had to do it by hand too.
I didn't know what to say.
I say I had to do it by hand.
Do it by hand. Oh. Yeah, it's important. Okay, so here they say that thank you Chantel and thank you Jacqueline. So here they say that a square, what's the key word there?
Square.
Square.
Well,
Well,
A square flower patch of a length 5 centimeters is placed in the center of the garden. calculate the area of the flower patch. So the flower patch is a square flower patch. So we have to use the area of a square. What is the area of a square? What's the area of a square?
Length times width.
Very good. Length times width. Area of flower patch. But the good thing about a square, the length and the width is what?
Even.
Is the same. They're even, right? The area of a flower patch is going to be equal to the length of the flower patch, right? The length multiplied by the width. We know that if one side is 5, the next side is 5, and the next side is 5. This is a square, right? And the next side is 5. So to find the area or the space of this, that's going to be 5 times 5, which is what? Which is what? 5 centimeters. Yes, ma'am. 5 centimeters times
5
5
centimeters.
centimeters. It's going to be equal to
25 centimeters.
25 centimeters
Centimeters squared.
centimeters squared. Very good. 25 centimeters squared. So that's the key idea there. 25 centimeters squared. Excuse me. .25 centimeters squared. Okay. That's the area of the flower patch. Any questions on this one?
No, sir.
That's good. Okay, next up is we have, so we know that the area of, anyway, let's go to the next question. It says calculate the area of the path around the flower bed. Calculate the area of the path around the flower bed. How do you think we're gonna get that?
When you find both, you just subtract the smaller from the larger.
Very good, Miss Jacqueline, right?
Yes, sir.
Very good. I mean, y'all some geniuses, man. I don't know where I find y'all from, but y'all some geniuses. You're right, absolutely right. So there's the idea. The idea is that we want to figure out the area of the green. They say the area around the flower bed. So the flower bed is this patch right there. But we want to figure out the area around the flower bed. So all of this right now. This is the area that we're trying to figure out, right? That's the area that we want. We want to figure out what is this? What is this area? Now in order to figure out what is this area, what we're gonna do is we're going to say, okay, well, we know what is the area of the total. We just figured that out, right? What is the area of the total?
75 centimeters squared.
It was what? The area of the total?
Near the garden.
Yeah, the garden. Just figured out that was what?
Oh, 20.
200 point.
200.96 centimeters squared.
Yeah, we saw that the area of the total garden was 200.96 centimeters squared. That's what we saw. And so we know that the area of this entire thing is 200.96. Now we also know that this area, we also know the area of this, the area of this flower patch. We know the area of the flower patch is how much? 25, right?
25 centimeters squared.
Good. So if we trying to find the area of the thing around it, all we need to do is take this away from the total. Alright? If we're trying to figure out what is the area of this thing around it, right? All we need to do is take this area away, like pull it out, right? And then we'll be left with just the area around the flower bed. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So we have to subtract, right? We have to take away this red portion from the bigger one. Okay, so that means that the area of the path around the flower bed equals to the area of the circular grass, because that's the big one, that's the big area, minus the area of the flower bed, right? So it's going to be equal to the area of the flower bed is, we saw that was 200.96.
You mean the circular garden?
The circular garden, rather. The area of the circular garden, we saw that's 200.96 minus the area of the flower bed, we saw that was simply 25 centimeters, right? And so that's going to be equal to how much? $100.96 minus 25. What do we get?
175.96.
175.96. What?
Centimeters squared.
Centimeters squared. Okay, so this is our answer. Here. Okay, so we subtract the area of the square from the area of the entire circular garden to find out what is the area of the path around it. Okay? Are we clear on that?
Yes, sir.
Me.
Okay, that's good. Okay, send in the notes for me, please. Especially for those who are not saying anything in the meeting. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, Ms. Cooper. Thank you, Chantel. Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you, Mr. Forbes. Thank you, Dion. Thank you, Juan. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, Avernick. Thank you, Ricardo. Thank you, Harry. And thank you. Alright, so where's Nancy?
Hi. Hi.
What happened? I ain't seen none from you.
Um,
Say it again.
my phone is down.
You say Netflix? Pardon?
No, no, that's not what I said.
Pardon?
That's not what I said.
I get sworn you said Netflix.
No, sir.
You sure you didn't say Netflix?
No, I didn't.
Alright, you didn't say iCarly?
No, sir.
Alright, good. Okay, good.
Hold on, Mr. D.
Go ahead.
I said writing it down.
Oh, you're still writing it down. Okay, no problem. Let me see if someone's trying to get in. One moment, Ricardo. Okay, no one is trying to get in. Who was that popped in? I could Someone popped in. Oh, Conrad. I think Conrad popped in.
We came a little while ago.
All right. Okay. Miss Lakeisha. Lakeisha Stubbs, are you here?
I haven't, Mr. Petit.
Okay, no problem. Probably your mic is not working. Thank you, Miss Danielle Rule. All right, so let's continue. All right, so where are we? Okay, so that was familiar or unfamiliar?
Earlier.
Familiar? Easy or
So,
hard? Or
medium.
medium? Okay.
It's easy, but there's gotta know what country it is.
It's just the formulas you have to remember. That's the hardest part about it.
Yes, to know which formula to use.
Yeah, you have
That's
the
it.
formula to use, yes. So you need to know the area of the square. You need to know the area of your circle, right? I wonder if they just give you all formulas. Huh? They don't give you all no formulas. Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry. But BGCSE, they just give them formulas though. That's so unfair though.
I ain't fair. They done that calculator.
That they get calculated and formula. Like length times width. I don't know what they trying to do. They give you area of the circumference of the circle. Wow.
Unfair.
Totally. Y'all need to advocate for them to put that on y'all BJC page. But anyway,
Yes.
we did it without it, so so I mean, just have to learn to live without it, you know.
Things could change though.
Thanks, cause all right, Cooper for Prime Minister. 1, 2. Okay, so where do we?
Mr. Petit, we can't do the graphing.
You wanna do the? Oh my. Okay, all right. For Ricardo's sake, let's do the graph.
I don't think so.
So Ricardo putting us through this torture. But if we follow the sequence that we're supposed to do, I just stuck and dodging it.
I mean, you come back to it.
No. I think this is appropriate now. We could do it now. Let's do it now. And the torture begins. But this is good. This is good for everyone. This is good. All right. So, like I said, with these ones, it's not gonna be like how we did it in practice. Like, notice that they gave us the y directly, and we don't have to find the x formula, right? So that's good. So you just need to find the y values. You see how easy it is? 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They just tell us to find the y value, so that's good. So that's just straight up substitution. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say y equals 2. So we want to figure out what is this missing value. We want to figure out what is this missing value, right? And so we're gonna say that we know that the corresponding x value here is negative 25. So we're gonna say x is
Negative 2.5.
negative 2.5. So if x is negative 2.5, then when we do y, it's going to be y equals, remember we're using this formula, and all we're doing is we're replacing x with negative 2.5. So it's going to be y is equal to 2x minus 1 divided by 3. It's going to be equal to y is equal to, remember that instead of
We
putting
bringing the 2x over.
2x, we're gonna put what?
negative
One.
2.5.
2.5. Good. That would be 2 open bracket negative 2.5. Just substituting it inside. Okay.
Oh, so we keep in the 2, just wherever the x is, you put the
Yeah,
negative
wherever
2.5.
the x is, we replace it. So divided by 3. Now what is 2 times negative 2.5? What is 2 times negative 2.5?
-4.
Not negative 4.
Negative 5.
5.
Negative 5. That's correct. Negative 5 minus 1 divided by 3. And it's going to be equal to y is equal to, and here's the $1 million question. What is negative 5 minus 1?
-6.
Negative 6. Very good. Who's did it so
6.
fast? Someone said that like quick.
How do you get negative 5?
Well, 2 times negative 2.5. So if you multiply,
Oh, I thought you had 2 times negative 2.
so yes, 2 times negative 2.5. Alright, so negative 5 minus 1. So it's gonna be you owe $5 and you owe $1. So if you owe $5 and you owe $1, then you owe $6, right? Divided by 3.
Yes, sir.
What is 6 divided by 3?
-2.
Negative 2.
Very good, negative 2. So 6 divided by 3 is 2, but then we already had a negative, so we keep the negative as well. So it's gonna be negative 2. So that means that this missing one here is going to be negative 2. Negative 2. If you do not have if you have a graph paper, make sure, if you have a graph book, make sure keep it in hand, because we're gonna be using that in very short order. Okay, next up we have we have to figure what is the associated y value for this one. So we know, let's do a line in the bottom. We know here that I don't want to use the same color. This looks too bland. Let's use this one. So we know that x is equal to, this time x is equal to what?
8.
5.
8. So we have y equals to, we're still using the same formula. Y is equal to 2x minus 1 divided by 3. So y equals 2. Remember, wherever we see x, we place what?
The 8.
8.
So we put the 8 there.
It'll be 8 minus 1 divided by 3. So y equals 2. What is 2 times 8? 2 times 8 is what?
16.
16
16.
16 minus 1.
minus 1 divided by 3. So y equals 2. What is 16 minus 1?
15.
15 divided by
3.
3
5.
is 5. So y in this case is
5.
5.
I'm going to say 5 in the beginning.
The only part would get me is the y. I mean, the 2.5 error.
Okay, what's your issue?
But now since like I looking over it, like I think I getting it.
Okay,
I
okay,
we put the two
okay,
though.
okay. Yeah, so just multiply the 2 times the negative 2.5, and then, or you just gonna say 2 times 2.5, which is 5, and then since this is negative, you attach the negative. Okay? Okay, so now that we already filled this out, we know that this one is negative 2, and this one is 5, we're gonna graph it. So let's graph this. Let's graph this. So can I move this?
Hold on, please.
Okay. Excuse me. Wow, it's already 7 o'clock. I don't know where times be going these days.
Weird.
Yeah,
We can move it now.
no problem. So let's get our graph paper and let's graph this. Now, it's important to know automatically what we're going to be graphing. Just by looking at this, I already know how my graph gonna look. How is my graph gonna look, people? What is this? A equation of
That's a linear.
why you say it's a linear?
I mean, I just know it's a linear.
You just know it's a linear. There gotta be a reason. I just know. The reason is that look at x. X is to the power of. Is it the power of 2?
What's the question?
Is x to the power of 2? Is x to the power of 3? Is x to the power of 4? What is x to the power of what?
So
To the power of 1.
1.
itself.
Not itself. It's to the power of
I mean one.
yeah.
Yeah.
So since x is to the power of 1, we know that it's a linear equation. And x is not at the bottom. If x was at the bottom, then it would have been reciprocal. But it's on the numerator and it's to the power of 1, so we know that it's definitely gonna be a linear equation. So it's an equation of a straight line. So we know that we're gonna be plotting out a straight line. If it's to the power of 2, then it's gonna be a parabola. So it's gonna look something like this, like a U shape. If it was to the power of 3, then it's gonna be cubic. So it's gonna look something like that, almost. If it's to the power of 4, then it's gonna be quintic. So it's gonna look something like that, almost.
Remember these are chat?
But if it's
Parabolas.
yeah, so yes, I mean some things you just remember. Yeah, and so let me show you what I mean. So if we have let's go to Desmos. So if we have x squared, you see it looks like a parabola, right? A U shape thing.
Yeah, that's a parabola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we have x cubed, it's an odd function, so it's gonna look like that. Sorry, it's gonna have that sort of shape going on. Is that what I said? I hope that's what I said. I already erased it. And then if it's to the 4th, it's gonna be up 2. So like that. Look almost like a parabola, but not exactly like a parabola. Notice that it's flat.
What's the difference? Oh.
See, it's flatter. Parabola only hits the it only hits the x-axis up but once. Right? Look, if you look carefully here, it's more flat. Okay? Let's see if we get something going on. 2x plus 4x say cube plus 3x squared, squared plus x plus 4. See how that looks. Oh, we gotta go up a bit. Okay, so you see it's still flat on the edge, on itself. It's not like the parabola has one edge, like sorry, one vertex. It's more flatter. Okay, so let's look at, let's go back to our question. We should have done this question to finish that off. We didn't finish that off. Should have finished that off. Anyway, let's go back to the let's go to the graph paper. So get yourself a graph paper and we're going to graph this line. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this graph paper. Hopefully I have enough. And then wait, we did do graphing before, right? But that one was kind of weird. That one was the it's true, we haven't done a graphing in a long time. That's true. We should do a graphing.
That's not connecting dots with what you're talking about.
Yeah. That's all they doing. That's all they asking you to do. Like, who knows? Connecting dots would have been so important, right? But yeah. So we're gonna use this to get our points. So the first point that we're gonna get from this one is -6. Sorry, no. I started this wrong. What we have to do is we have to draw the x-axis and the y-axis and label this graph first before we start plotting out anything. So we have to look at what they tell us. They tell us that they told us that we better so did we do these? We didn't do this? There's paper 2. Okay, I understand.
No, sir.
Okay, I see what's happening. We going backwards. Okay. We starting from the back, that's why. Okay, so the next one says, can anyone remember what this means?
What you pointing at?
What?
What is greater than or equal to?
X is less than or equal to 10.
What else?
That means
That's where
negative.
limit. That's the limit in which your grid, like when you're plotting it, that's how far up and how far out you could go.
Okay, what's the lowest my x value could be?
The lowest is -8.
Good. What's the highest it could be?
10.
10.
Very good. What's the lowest my y could be?
-8.
What's the highest?
10.
10. So x is going to be between -8 and 10.
10.
Right, so better than mine. So how much spaces we would need for that? 10 minus -8. 10 minus -8. It's gonna what? 18 spaces?
That's 2 spaces. 18?
Yeah, 18. 10 minus -8. So the negative and the negative is gonna be positive.
18.
Yeah, apparently 18. So let's see. Let's see if I even up. X? Let's see. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Exactly. Whoa. Whoa. So we're gonna count from here. So it's gonna be, it's weird though. How would they do that anyway? It's gonna be 10, 9,
My
8,
God, I'm
7,
exactly 18 as
6,
well.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So our origin gotta be here. And it's gonna be, so this is 0. So I gotta have a point to indicate that. Okay, this is gonna be 0. So this is gonna be, so this is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So this one is gonna be where our origin is gonna be. This line. And it's gonna be -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8. Good. So now on the y-axis, we need to go up 10. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So right here is where we need to go. Because if we go
Mr.
here,
Mati,
mhm,
um,
mhm,
how you get that line right there?
okay. So this is the point that we need. What I did was I knew that on this side, I knew that, okay, first of all, I knew that on the right I need to go 10. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I know that on the right I need to go 10, right? Because I need to have 10 spaces, right? Because they said that if we look at our thing, where's that? We just had it, right? They said that for our x value, the highest we could go is 10. So what I was trying to do was I was trying to determine which space would give me that leverage. So what I mean is which space would give me such that um my highest value of x is going to be 10, but I still have enough space to get the -8. So what I mean is, because I want my x to be 10, the highest, and I want it to be -8, the lowest. So it need to be here, because if it's here, then this could be 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, then 8, then 9, then 10. So I could be able to have enough space for 10, and if I want to go back down to -8, it'll be -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8. So it need to be smack down right here so that I could have +10 all the way up and -8 on the side. So that's why I choose that.
So it's 18 blocks going down and you stop at, and you count what?
Say it again.
8?
Say it again. Oh, you mean like...
So
Uh-huh. Go ahead.
it's 18 blocks, right?
It's 18 blocks, yes.
And you start at what, the 8th one or 10th?
What you mean in terms of where I start? You mean where the origin
Yeah,
is?
like,
Oh,
no, like where you start to get to the origin.
oh, where I start to get to the origin? I started here. I started at the end. So this is gonna be 1, 2,
How many blocks you count down to get there?
10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I got it. It's 10 blocks to get there. How many persons using a graph paper?
Me.
Me,
You?
I don't know.
That's good.
Me.
How many persons doing it freehand? No one is doing it freehand? So the rest of y'all doing, who is not doing it? Who don't have a graph paper? How y'all doing it? Don't say you're just watching now.
I do it by hand, Mr. Jimmy Secretary.
You know it by hand? Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I plotting the points now, though.
Okay, you plotting the points. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I know we slow pokes, so in Nancy's world, we're slow pokes people.
No,
We
where
pick
she
up,
got me.
we have to pick up the pace.
Mr. T, that's not true.
You know, I put on your leg every class. All right. Okay, good.
Mr. T,
Yes, ma'am.
I have a graph paper, but like the blocks tiny.
Oh, they're not like this.
No,
They'd have to be like this for it to
so
work.
that's why I do it in my book because I don't know if that works.
I see what you're saying. Okay, so yeah, so this is where we want it to be 10 space on the right, 10 space above, 8 spaces below, 8 spaces below. Okay, so all right, with that being said, let's actually get going with the numbering of this thing. So this is gonna be whose favorite color is red now?
Me.
Whose favorite color is red?
I
Me,
like
Ricardo.
this.
Okay, who said that?
Me, Ricardo.
Ricardo said red is his favorite color. Red is very conspicuous. You know what I mean by that?
I mean, evil?
No, not evil. Not evil. Not evil. Not evil.
I like red sometimes.
When I say conspicuous, it's like it's out there. It's in your face. Like
Stands out. Yeah.
it stands out. Yeah, stands out.
Yeah.
I like red. I
You
really,
miss sex.
I like red.
You miss sex.
I'm a 6. I just testing y'all. Make
Yes,
sure
sir.
y'all just paying attention. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, Miss Cooper.
I know you was testing us earlier. I should have let you finish.
Yeah,
Then tell you.
All right, 6, 7, then 8, and 9, and 10. Good. Next up is -1. So we see that x has to be what? All the way up to 10. So that's good. So it's the
10.
x-axis. And it's not because of what we want. It's because of what they said. They said that, hey, x have to be, the biggest it has to be is 8. It's 10. So make sure, note that. It's not because of how Mr. Petit want to draw it. It's how they say. So they say that x have to be 10. And then, so this is a -1. Then it's going to be -2. It's going to be -3. Going to be -4. -5. -6. -7. And finally, of course, -8. Good, and this is going to be 0. Good, so we have solved what they tell us to do, at least for the x. Our x is between 8, -8 rather, and 10. That's the x-axis. Now let's do the y-axis. And so you see why I took a lot of time trying to figure out where was the middle is going to be. Because let's say I had to do it over, if I had to start here, then I wouldn't have enough space for it to be what? 10. I hope you all understand that.
10.
right? So you have to be careful where you
Yes, yes.
start, okay? Make sure you start such that you could finish so that you don't have to erase again, okay? So I make sure I start here, and I, make sure I took diligent care to know where I started from, so that when I start and draw my lines and everything, I'll make sure that I have enough space so that I can get 10, and I'll make sure I have enough space so I get -8. So make sure I better than mine. Okay? You don't just start wherever you feel like and then erase again and keep on erasing. It doesn't know. You make sure I where um start where you know that you're gonna get it full. Okay, so just better than mine. Start where you know that you would be able to um account for all the numbers. Okay, good. Next up, this is gonna be 1. It's gonna be 2. This is 3. This is 4. This is 5. This is 6. This is 7. This is 8. This is 9. And this is... Wait. Let's see. Oh, it's a good thing. They say 1 centimeter to 1 unit. So that means that each box is going to be 1 unit. So that's good for us. So that's good that we have that already. One block is 1 centimeter. 1 unit is 1 centimeter. So we are good. It's going to be 10.
You get the question for me?
One moment. Let's finish the graph first. Then I'll give you back the question. So it's going to be -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8. Good. -5, -6, -7, and -8.
Excuse me, I need my graph paper for this.
Yes, you need to graph paper for this. Or you could you could draw it in your book if you don't have a graph paper. Who's asking a question, by the way? I can't figure out the voice. What's the name?
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah. Okay, alright, yes, Jeremiah. You could either use the graph paper or your book. Okay, so we're gonna call this Y. It's the y-axis. So we have the x-axis and then we have the y-axis. Okay, good. So now let's so the question said to use a scale of 1 centimeter to 1 unit for each axis and values. What else they say? There have to be another part to this. What else they say? Then they say, and then draw the line. Okay, and they tell us what it is. Draw the graph of the line. Y is equal to 2x minus 3. So that's good that they tell us, hey, it's a line. Okay, that's very important. So draw the graph of the line. Y is equal to 2x minus 1 divided by 3. Okay, so let's plot our points. So it's going to be the first point that we're going to plot is what?
-7 and -5.
-7, -5.
-7 and -5.
Very good. So the first point is -7 and -5. So -7 is for the x, -5 is for the y. So let's plot this. -7 for the x and -5 for the y. So -7 go all the way down to -5. So this is our first point. Okay. All right. So next up we have the next one. What's the next point?
-2.5 x and -2.
-2.5
And -2.
and -2. I wouldn't plot this yet. Can someone tell me why I wouldn't plot this? Why I would leave it for last?
Well,
Say it again. Why would I leave this for last?
so you just join it in with the rest?
Yeah, so I could join it in with the rest. Because it's a decimal, and I could I might make a mistake. So let me just leave this for now. I really want you to understand why I'm leaving this, because this is -2.5, and I might plot it in a way that it's a little off from the rest. So what I'll do is I will plot the other ones, and then wherever it line up is where it line up, and I'll put the -2.5 and the -2. Okay, so the next one that we're gonna do is, what's the next point that we're gonna plot?
-1 and -1.
Very good. -1 and -1. So that's -1 and -1. So that's right now. So -1 and -1. Next up we have this other one plot. What is that one?
+2 and +1.
Very good. +2 and +1. So +2 and +1. So that's right there. Okay, +2 and +1. And then the next one we have is what?
8 and 5.
+8, +5.
+8 and +5.
Very good. +8 and +5. So this is 8 and 5. Eight and 5. Okay, so let's draw it in.
So we wouldn't never use the 2.5.
Not yet. Let me see where it comes in. So I'm gonna start at this point and end at this point. Okay, so let's see how that fits in, or where it fits in. So we said -2.5 and what is it? -2.5 and 2?
Yes, sir.
About here, right?
Yes, sir.
-2.5, so that's supposed to be in like the middle of 2.5 and 2. So it's right there, right? It's where this intersect right now. See if everything else on point. Yeah, well, not really. This line could be a little bit more better than that. What we need to do is we need to take this n. Sorry. We need to take, oh, what am I doing? Sorry, one moment. We need to take this n, and let me zoom in a bit. Sorry for people who are following. Give me one moment. I want to fix this line. Yeah, I guess so. Put it in the middle more so. That's good. And then let me go to the other side. All right. And let's kind of fix this too. Kind of center it more. Good. Alright, so that's better. So let's go back down and see where the 2.5 lies. So where does the 2.5 lies? So we're looking for 2.5, negative 2.5 and 2. So this is negative 2.5 and 2. So somewhere here. Right there, right? Because if we move it from 2 to 3, this is going to be, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to be 2.2, 2.4, 2.6, 2.83. So again, 2, 2.2, 2.4, 2.6, 2.8, and 3. So if this is 2.4, then that means that 2.5 is right there, right next to it. So let's make a note of that. So we're gonna shade in. Sorry, we're gonna bubble in right there on the side of it. Okay, so right there. Make sure the point is on the line though. It's kind of good. I mean, it's not perfect, but yeah, it's kind of good. It's on the line. Do we see it right? Right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so the only thing that we next need to do is we need to label this line. So we're going to label it the line what? Y is equal to 2x what?
-1.
Minus 1
Negative minus
-1
1 over 3.
over 3.
divided by. Notice where I put the symbol. So I would notice where I put the name of the graph I put it close to the line. Okay? Put it close to the line.
Mr. Petit can go back in the question, bless.
One moment. Let me keep this here just so people could see it first, and then I'll go back to the question. Just so that you could see what we just did and compare it to yours. Did anyone get it? Just like how mine is.
Yes, sir, I did.
Yeah.
That's good. But send me the picture, let me see. They say 1,000 words. More than 1,000 words. Alright, so let's go back to the question. It says using a scale of 1 centimeter to 1 unit for each axis and values. Negative x is less than x, so x is between negative 8 and 10, and y is between negative 8 and 10 as well. Okay, very good. Thank you, Mr. Ricardo, Alicia, and Coop. I'm still waiting for yours.
Let's see.
Wow, Alicia, this is very good. It's as if you as if you had grab paper. How you managed to get them all equal like that?
I don't know. I just estimated by watching you. Come.
Wow. The same thing for Harry. It's like y'all have graph paper. Very good. Clean. Just label it now, Miss. I keep on calling her Harry. Angela Penniman. Very good, Mr. Forbes. Very good. Label and everything. Y'all pretty good. Maybe y'all do this well in the exam. Thank you, Mr. Roll. Danielle. A roll. Miss Cooper, what this is?
Miss Betty, I didn't want to get a ruler. I know you was gonna say something about my.
What that is?
It was straight, but I got correct.
If I showed other classmates that they'll die.
Don't. I promise I can fix that.
Please. Come on, Miss Cooper. Come on. Thank you, Dylan.
I didn't want to go get a ruler, then forget, and then didn't understand what you was doing.
Oh, okay. But you don't want to cricket. You don't want to cricket either. Okay. Okay, good. All right. So very good, people. Really like that one. Okay. So thank you, Mr. Ricardo, for letting me do that graph. It's really needed. We're not done. We still have some more of this graph to do. But I'll pause with that now. I want to do something else. Let's pause with that. Too much graphing. Let's go to familiar territory. Again. Okay, so where were we? Where did we finish? The last thing we did with this was the last thing we did was the area question, right? Right? So let's go on to question number 15. So this is a ratio. Okay. So look at this. Okay, now Nancy, I didn't pick on you this time. The exam pick on you. So it says
I'm trying to avoid everything, and it's like nothing is trying to cooperate.
Yeah, you can't avoid it, right? Nancy, I don't think we have a Beverly inside this class, but Nancy, Beverly, and Todd shared, wow, $3,600 in the ratio 2 to 3 to 4, respectively. So let's see how much money Nancy get stash underneath the mattress or something like that. I'm talking about the Nancy in this problem, not you, Nancy. All right.
I know you figured out Nancy.
No, it says Nancy. It says the question says Nancy. Okay, so Nancy, Beverly, and Todd. Okay, so calculate the amount of money that Todd.
At least Cooper on my side. Thank you.
Calculate the amount of money that Todd received. Okay, so Todd would be what? 4, right? So when they say respectively,
yes, sir.
What did they mean? Talked about that before. When they say respectively, what did they mean? When they say respectively, what does that mean?
In the order of like how they place it in.
Very good. In the order mentioned, right? So it's gonna be, so Nancy get the big 2. Wow. Alright. Beverly get 3 equal parts, and Todd got 4 equal parts. Okay. Alright, so calculate the amount of money that Todd received. So remember, Todd got 4 equal. So how would we go about this? What would we do in order to do this?
Add the ratios, beautiful.
Add the ratios and then do what?
Divide it into
3600.
Yes,
And then what you get from that, you multiply it by 2, 3, and 4.
multiply it by, but we want Todd, so we multiply
Oh, then you multiply it
Multiply
by
by
4.
4.
multiply
By
by
4.
4. Very good. Thank you, Jacqueline. Very good graph. That's what I'm talking about. Very good work, Miss Bodie. Very good work. Okay, Miss Bodie is Albert Einstein's cousin.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. Okay. Okay, so we need to first find out what is one equal part. So one equal part. So one equal part is going to be equal to the total, right? So it's going to be equal to $3,600. Excuse me. Divided by. Where's the division sign? Where is the division symbol? Divided by.
400.
Divided by the sum of these. So 2 plus 3 plus 4. So that means that one equal part is going to be equal to 3,600 divided by, what is 2 plus 3 plus 4?
9.
9.
Someone said 9. And what is 3,600 divided by 9?
400.
400.
400.
Yeah, we could easily know that because 36 divided by 9 is
4.
4. For those people who do not know that multiplication timetables, please know them. I don't care if you're in BJC or Bgcse, whether you have a calculator or not. Everybody should know their multiplication tables, especially the 8 and the 9 and the 7. Alright?
Of course.
So one equal part is 400. Alright, so we want to find toward the amount of money toward received. It's going to be equal to 4
1,600.
equal parts. And 4 equal parts is going to be equal to 4 times 1 equal part, which is 4 times what?
400.
400.
400.
4 times 400. So the amount of money that he received is going to be 1,600, right?
Yes.
For the record, what is the amount that Nancy received?
She got $800.
$800.
$800. Wow, it's a lot of money under that mattress. $800. I could get it. I asked,
what are we doing?
oh my.
What are we doing?
What are we
Because
doing?
I've been getting.
Okay, so what we're doing is we're trying to figure out the amount of money that Todd received. Okay, and so Todd, the money that Todd is going to be given is going to be a part of the 3,600. So Todd get a part of that. He got 4 equal parts of that. So the first thing that we had to figure out was, but what is 1 equal part? And so 1 equal part is going to be equal to 3,600 divided by 9 to give us 400. Then once we figure out what is 1 equal part, which is 400, to figure out the amount of money that Todd received, remember that he got 4 equal parts, is going to be 4 times 400, which is 1,600. Okay, so that's how we figure out the amount of money that Todd received. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay, good. All right, next up is the next question is, oh, they love these questions, boy. They love these questions, boy. That's why I love doing past papers. After you do so much past papers. Nancy, are you inside there already? So much. Who's trying to
Boy,
use?
people is twice.
Wow.
What?
Trying to use Nancy's name. All right. And a big thing, big and bold, say unverified. My goodness. Where's he?
Really?
Oh, like, how dumb could you be? But I forgive that. Forgive me. But oh my. Okay. I feel like the ones last year was smarter.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
because you
is.
actually loving it.
Yeah, they actually knew what they was doing. All right.
Thought they changed, no?
No, it's a new year and they still doing foolish stuff. All right. So Todd invested his money in the bank for 1 year at simple interest at 6%. How much interest does he earn? I'm gonna. How much minutes y'all need to do this one? 30 seconds.
Yeah, why not?
All right. Let me give y'all 2 minutes. I come right back. Tell me how much this interest that he got. I'll be back. Right back.
It's simple interest. It is principal times rate
Your mic unmuted.
times time.
Okay. So what do we get? Any answers? Hello.
Hello?
Yeah. Any answers for this one?
Is it 96?
You got 96. Anyone else?
I got the same answer.
You got the same answer.
Me
Okay.
also.
So remember that we're trying to figure out the interest earned. So interest earned, we have to use the simple interest formula, right? Anyone can remember the simple interest formula?
PRT over 100.
PRT over 100. Very good. Very good, Ricardo. With these formulas. Very good. PRT. Could tell you're studying. PRT times, divided by 100, where P is the what?
The 1600.
The
Or the
principal.
principal.
P is the principal. R is the what?
Rate.
Rate and the time.
And T is the
Time.
good. So it's gonna be P, which is the principal is the amount that he put in. Okay, so that's 1600, right? So that's gonna be 1600 times the rate. The rate is 6%, right?
6%.
So it's gonna be 6 times time. Remember time in years. So how much years it was?
1 year.
1 year, 12 months.
1 year. That's Lakeisha?
Yes, it is.
Finally, man. I've been waiting to hear your voice. I'm like, where is this young lady?
Here I am.
Finally, man. You're back on track. Very good. Okay, good. Now we have in class. Thank you so much. Okay, good. It's gonna be equal to 1600 times what? 6 times 1 is what? Well, no. We could cancel, right?
Yes, sir.
So we could cancel this one with that one, this one with that one, and that leaves us with 16 times 6 times 1, all divided by
96.
1. It's gonna be, what is 16 times 1? Sorry, 16 times 6, sorry. 96.
16 times 6 is 91, 96.
96.
96.
So after after putting his money in the bank for 1 year, he gets $96 added there. Is that worth it?
No.
Gotta wait not 4 years. That's too much. I mean, that's too little bit for a whole year.
Yeah, too little bit for a whole year. I mean, a whole year. And Betty, go ahead. Yeah, you could try. You could try to find something else to do with that money, man. Instead of keeping it at the bank for a whole year, you only get $96 added. But at least the interest rate is better than some of them. Sometimes it'd be like 2% and 12% and stuff. So, at least that's better. Okay, so we get $96 after putting his money in the bank for a whole year. 12 months, 52 weeks, $96. Alright, so what else? Where do we go after this? Wow, this isn't, the time is not right, people. It's a trick. It's actually
Yeah, my time's 15.
yeah, I don't know. It's something happened with these clocks nowadays, but whatever I tell you is the correct time.
Books.
But don't mind the watches. Whatever I tell you is the correct time. And currently the time is 4:13.
Lies.
It's 4:13. Okay, good. It says, what is the amount? What is the total amount after 1 year's investment? So, what do we have to do to figure out the total amount?
The 1600 by the 96.
Very good. In order to find the total amount, you have to add the principal, which was 1600, the amount that he put in,
This is 196.
right?
1,096.
And we gotta add it to 96. So total earned
1,696.
$1,696.
very good. Okay, so we're gonna say that total amount is going to be equal to the principal plus the interest earned. That's going to be equal to 1600 plus the interest earned is $96. This is going to be equal to $1,696. Okay, and that's that. Okay, so send in those for me. Send in the maths notes for me. It's 7:54. Okay, I think we have time for one more question. Question.
Well, Mr. D. You go mark on the ring.
Oh,
I have it.
yeah, I fast forwarded, so I have the power to do that. Yeah, I could.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, y'all didn't know that?
No. I kind of the same thing as yours, and you told me that you're supposed to be right.
Yeah, I fast forwarded. I could even bring it back if I wanted to either, as well. You didn't know that?
No.
No. Okay.
So what's the real time?
What's the real time?
Yeah.
Whatever I say. So
It's 6 o'clock.
Okay, so with this one, if we go back to the graph question, they say here, calculate the gradient or the slope of your graph in B. Okay. Remember we said the gradient or the slope is going to be, anyone can remember what that was? The slope or the gradient. That's going to be...
You mean the y1, I mean the y2 minus y1 x2
No, not
minus...
not the formula.
You mean the mx plus b? Y
Yeah,
equals
y equals mx plus b. So, in general, we know that if we have a linear equation, given a linear equation, y equals mx, or I should say a linear function.
But see, good question. Can any of them work, or you have to use yx?
This is way easier. But any one of them could work, especially for this question. But there's no reason. And I mean, they say calculate. They say calculate. Okay, they say calculate. So we have to use the equation because they say calculate. So okay, so we have to use the equation. Mercy. We don't have time for that. Okay, I'm gonna do it quickly. So they say calculate. I didn't even see that calculate. Very good. I just gonna show you how to identify it. So we know that if we have y mx plus b, that's the equation of a straight line graph. We know that m, which is the number in front of the x, will be the slope. All right. We know that, and so we know that the equation that we were given was y equals to 2x minus 1 divided by 3, which means that we have y is equal to 2 we're going to take this 3 and separate it for both terms. So it's going to be 2 over 3 x minus 1 over 3. So when we have it like this, what is the slope and what is the y-intercept?
The slope is negative 1 over 3.
Nope.
I mean, the y-intercept, sorry, is 1 negative 1.
So the slope is 2 over 3,
2 over 3.
which is the number in front of the x. That's the slope. So slope is 2 over 3. And why is the slope 2 over 3? Because it is the number in front of the x. And we said that once we talk about the number in front of x, that is the slope. Alright, and then the y-intercept here. The y-intercept is negative 1 over 3. So this is the y-intercept.
I have a question when you finish.
Yes, sir.
So this question just asking us to solve the slope.
It's asking you to find the slope.
Yeah, so find the slope.
Now, they said calculate. So because they said calculate, you have to use the formula. I didn't even realize that. So this is right. So what I did here, I just showed you how to identify it. So you know automatically your answer is supposed to be 2 over 3. Next class, because we don't have enough time now. Next class, I'll show you how to calculate it. And the way you calculate it is you'll use the formula. And in fact, do this for homework. Calculate the slope using this formula. So it's going to be y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Okay, so use that formula to find the slope. How to calculate the slope. Remember, your answer is supposed to be 2 over 3, so just better than mine.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Petit. Good night.
No
Oh,
problem.
also, you didn't answer my email, so.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, yes. You will receive an answer that.
Okay. And if you ain't free, just, I don't know. I can't tell you.
We have to, for bio, we have to make time, for sure. For that maths paper, we come into that in our class. So, I really don't have time to make another set of solutions. But, yeah. But what you could do is you could stay back after class, because we have question answers after class. On Mondays and Wednesdays, so you could stay back and we could go over them if you really want me to go over them with you. For bio,
no, it isn't that. It's just that, for practice, like, you always encourage us to practice it. So, like, when I got free time, I would answer like a whole paper and like within like 2 hours.
Okay.
But then I would know if anything is right or wrong, or like what I need correction in. So, like,
what you could do is, like I say, on Mondays and Wednesdays we have question and answers. So you could stay back for that. You could pose your questions then. For the bio, I have your work for bio. It's just that it's in printed form. So what I would encourage you to do is take any bio paper that you find, do paper 1, any one, and then send it to me on email, and then we could go over it as well on that during that time.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah. Thanks for reminding me about that. Anyone else?
If everybody is done, can you put it back to the graph for me, please?
Put it back to the graph. Okay. All right.
Thanks.
If that's a person for math, you all could leave who are to yourself a mark. We're gonna have health. We're gonna have general science first, and then health. Right, Miss Cooper?
Yes.
Pardon?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Good night.
Info, you know, Dr. Health and General Science, even though I do health and general science. Health science, I've been saying, you know, everything in my just around science.
I could barely hear you. Sunny. I could barely hear you.
I said that the health science, I ain't even doing that Bgcse, but I still say I like this stuff to listen. Health science, so they don't give a state and
There it
I really do my health science at my school, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I glad that you stay. Unlike some people who is leave when they in there, who when they in there on subject. Right, Miss Cooper?
I just sit in this class.
No.
Can I say?
You is leave and do your own thing.
What can I say for my
Yes, you can.
okay.
You're more than welcome. I welcome you to stay, unlike some people who just leave. Right, Miss Cooper?
Hold on now, because I used to be in every general science class.
Cooper say, hold on now. Alright. Okay, so general science, where are we? We talk about the differences between plants and animals. Nathan, you here? In the flesh?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Good to hear your voice. And good that you're participating. Okay. What was the last thing we did in health science? Always doing the differences between plant and animal cell. We didn't finish this, eh? So this is the plant cell. The green is for the chloroplast, right? And we know that inside the chloroplast is a green pigment called chlorophyll, and also inside the chloroplast is where photosynthesis is going to be taking place. Now here is the cytoplasm, and if you notice that the plant cell has a very large mitochondria and has a cell wall and it's rigid in shape. All right. The animal cell, it's all over the place. It's not doesn't have a well-formed shape or well-defined shape. It doesn't have a cell wall. It has small vacuoles, and but it does have a mitochondria, just like how the plant cell does. It doesn't have a nucleus, just like how the plant cell does. And so we just was talking about the differences between them, and we was talking about what is made to be an organelle, nucleus, protoplasm, and all that stuff. Next up, we have to continue our journey in the cell, and so we're gonna finish up with these definitions. So the last thing we left off with was protoplasm, and so we still have two more, I think, and then we're gonna move on. Okay. So the next thing that we're gonna talk about is, we have three more for the cell, and then we're going to do something else in general science. Okay, so the next thing is the chloroplast. Now, chloroplast is only found in what?
Plant.
Only found in a plant. Okay, so chloroplast. These are what we call the food factories, right? We call them the food factories. They are organelles. What do we mean by organelles? Anyone can remember what are organelles?
The thing that functions like an organ.
Functions like an organ. We call it a little organ, right? So the chloroplast Take down these notes for me. The chloroplasts are organelles in plant cells that contain chlorophyll. This is where photosynthesis takes place.
In the soil?
In the chloroplasts. Okay? In these same little green looking things. Right? That's where photosynthesis happens in the plant. So photosynthesis takes place here in the chloroplast. Welcome Deshaun and welcome Mr.
Hello, Mr. Petit.
Yes, sir. Welcome Deshaun and welcome
Actually,
Jonathan.
my internet was awful. That's what.
Okay, good. Where's Lionel?
You know, I don't. Yeah. I don't know. I can text him right now.
Yeah, message him for me, please. Okay, next up is the cell wall. So the cell wall, of course, this is unique to which cell? Animal or plant?
Plant.
Yeah, only plant has a cell wall. So it's a sturdy what? Sturdy covering.
Yes, sir.
And there's a non-living layer. So it's not living, it's just a sturdy covering made up of cellulose that surrounds. What does it surround? The what?
Cell membrane.
Cell membrane, very good. It surrounds the cell membrane of the plant cell. What do you think is its function though? To do what?
To block things from entering the cell.
To block things from entering the cell? And that's what the cell membrane does too. But it start with P. It's gonna do what?
Protect.
Protect, yeah.
The cell membrane.
Protects the cell itself. So it provides the cell with support and protection. So that's a function of the cell wall. So again, if we go back up here, the cell wall is the sturdy covering right there on the outside. All right. Let me show you some other pictures of the cell wall. So if we go and just do plant cells, let me leave this. We can see the cell wall on the outer side, the cell wall again, the cell wall. Okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes, sir.
I don't say he can't join because he by his cousin house and he don't have no internet there, so he using his hotspot.
Okay. Plant cell. This is a good one. It's a good little diagram. I wonder. Let's see if we can label it. Okay, good. Is it matching tiles?
Ooh, this is fun.
No, I thought. No, the label diagram is what I want. Okay, good. Okay. So let's label the diagram. Where should we have the cell wall? Which one?
The green thing on the outside.
Outside. So this one, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so we got that. Where should we have the nucleus?
The big purple thing.
This?
The purple thing. Purple.
What is this one?
Purple.
That's the vacuole.
That's the vacuole. So it's supposed to be here. Okay. Where should we have the chloroplast?
That is the orange, green circle things.
These?
No, the green.
Green. This. These are the chloroplasts.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's the cytoplasm?
The orange.
This?
Orange.
This?
That's up.
I don't think so.
Cytoplasm. And we said with the cytoplasm, that's the what? That is the jelly-like material. It's the resting place where everything else resides. So the cytoplasm is the jelly-like material where everything is residing. So it's gonna be this, right?
Alright.
You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All the blue. Okay. What else do we have? So this is gonna be. We want cell membrane. Where's the cell membrane?
The light green border.
The light green border. Very good. How about the mitochondrion?
The orange things.
Yes. Mitochondria. Okay. How about the endoplasmic reticulum?
That'll be them little green spots. Them little green spots things.
We don't have none for the green spots.
I'm gonna say the reddish thing that look like that.
No, the reddish. The reddish is the Golgi body.
Endoplasmic reticulum.
That'll be the thing under the nucleus. Those things.
Let's go back to our diagram. Do we have it labeled? Let's see. Okay, so this is the Golgi bodies. This is the rough endoplasmic reticulum. This is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum.
That's the wrong one. That's the animal.
But they both have endoplasmic reticulums and Golgi bodies. Okay, so endoplasmic reticulum. So let's see. So the rough one is the ones with the little spots on them, and the smooth one is the ones without. So the endoplasmic reticulum, if you could find the nucleus,
It underneath.
It's right underneath. Okay.
I said that, but you know.
Oh, please. All right. So where it's gonna be? This one. This
No,
one.
that one under the nucleus, directly under the nucleus, right there.
Good. This is a smooth or the rough? Which one?
It's a smooth.
Smooth. The rough one is the one with the dots.
Locked up dots.
And then where's the vacuole?
The big blue thing.
Very good. And then where is the? What is this?
That's Golgi body.
Golgi body or Golgi apparatus. Okay, so we ready to submit our answers?
Yeah, so.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
I believe in us. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Show answers. Very good. I like this diagram. I'm gonna keep it or teeth it. All right.
Oh wow.
It's a very good diagram. I like it. It's very clear, would you say? Like it shows you exactly.
I agree.
Yeah, it shows you exactly what's happening. Okay.
Mama, who's stealing this?
Pardon?
Who's stealing this?
Yeah, I just told it. Alright, good. Wrap text, behind text, good. Okay, so where's our notes? Where are we?
All the way
Okay,
at top.
so he's talking about the cell wall and how the cell wall is there for protection. So let's hold this over here. Good, but very good. This is very good diagram for the plant cell, showing you exactly what is what. I like this one. Okay, so next up, so we know what the cell wall is. The cell wall is that sturdy outer part, right? Very well formed, well defined cell wall. The cell membrane is the lighter green that's on the outside. Also, therefore, allowing or determining what comes in and out of the cell. Okay. Okay, so let's move on. Then we have the um, cell membrane. We just mentioned that the cell membrane, it's in both animals and plants. The cell membrane, it's in both animals and plant cells, both animal and plant cells. So cell membrane, or we call it the selective membrane. Why do you think we call it the selective membrane?
It doesn't allow just anything to enter.
Yes, it selects what it wants to allow or not allow. So it's a thin layer that surrounds and holds holds a cell together. So imagine if you didn't have the cell membrane, like everything is gonna be what? Splashed out. It's gonna be open, right? Like, you know,
Multi-manufacturings where to come.
like it wasn't gonna be in a contained thing, right? So cell membrane really does that. Really does a good job at helping that. And to really show you it, I know for all the stuff that we do, we see it in 2D, right? We see it in 2D, but let me see if I could show you it. The cell. Let me see if I can show you it in 3D. This is a good picture. So this is a good illustration to show you. Like if you look at it carefully, you could see it in 3D. Like it's actually like a ball. Okay. So this is a good one. So you see how it looks? Sorry, my bad. Let me show you it again. So let's go back again. So here they have the mouse, and they're trying to zoom in into the mouse, and to show you that inside the mouse there's a bunch of these different cells. And if you look at these cells, you see that, right? See them, right? There's a bunch of them, and activity is going around in the cell. You see that, right? It's not fixed. Like activity is going around it. Things are moving. What are the red stuff? Anyone can tell me?
That'll be the chloroplast.
Why it cannot be the chloroplast? Is this a plant cell or animal cell?
That'll be an animal cell.
Animal, right? How do you know it's animal?
Because it is shape and it doesn't have a cell wall.
Yeah, it's weird looking and it doesn't have a cell wall. So, the red stuff can't be the
Chloroplast.
chloroplast. It'd have to be the what?
Mitochondria.
Mitochondria. Good. So the cell membrane is the outer. You see the outer covering that they highlight? That's the cell membrane. The cytoplasm, you see the jelly stuff that it's floating in? It's the cytoplasm. Here they're talking about the nucleus, and they're talking how the nucleus has DNA, which is the genetic code of the cell. It's a eukaryotic cell. The organelles is all these different parts inside there. Okay, what else they highlighting for us? Prokaryotic, what else do we have?
To be honest, to me, that looks like somebody breathing.
It looks like someone. It looks like
It looks
someone
like
what?
it looks like an animal or someone breathing.
Or someone bringing. Okay. Now what else do we have? So they're zooming into. They're zooming into the nucleus, which shows the DNA that's inside the nucleus, the genetic code. All right. Then they're gonna talk about the ribosomes and this is the rough endoplasmic reticulum, right? And then we have the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Because this is the nucleus, it's right next to the nucleus. And then we have proteins inside there. And like I said, it determines what comes in and out of the cell. So now this is outside of the cell. You see that? So it had to pass through what to get outside the cell? It had to pass through
The rough thing.
no, the cell membrane.
Yeah.
You see? It coming out. So it had to pass through the cell membrane. Okay? That's why the cell membrane is important. Oh no, this one. No, they actually was inside the endoplasmic reticulum. I thought they was coming out of the cell. No. Okay, so this is the Golgi apparatus, the Golgi bodies, and then that's where inscription happened. So now they're comparing the two, the animal and the plant. This is the what? This is the what? This big thing here. Anyone know?
Vacuole.
Vacuole. This have a big vacuole. This one have small vacuoles. Very very rigid. Talking about the central vacuole there. This is very important. It's talking about what's the function of the mitochondrion for rapid respiration. It's a powerhouse of the cell. That's where the cell is going to get its energy from the mitochondrion. Okay? So it's a powerhouse. And then inside the leaves of the plant is the plant cell. And if we zoom in closer, we can see the what are these?
Chloroplast.
Chloroplast. Inside here, we have chlorophyll. This is where photosynthesis is going to take place, right? So cell wall, rigid cell wall, cell membrane. I just think it's cool to see it in 3D as opposed to just see it in 2D. What do you think?
I think I can discuss this.
Alright, so yeah, so I just think it's nice to see it in 3D. Okay, so the cell membrane is a thin layer that surrounds and holds the cell together. It selects which materials will enter or leave, will enter or leave the cell through this layer, oxygen and nutrients are transported into the cell and waste materials are removed from the cell. So materials come in and materials come out through the cell membrane. The cell membrane, is it only in plant cells?
No.
Plants and animals. We have the vacuole. The vacuole is, this is the storehouse. It is a liquid filled structure in the cell. embedded in the cytoplasm. It stores water, food materials, and minerals. All right. And so that's what we have for the vacuum. So it's a storehouse. So let me quickly quiz you all. Which structure is similar to the brain of the cell?
Nucleus.
Very good. The nucleus is similar to the brain. Which structure is what we call a resting place? Where all the organelles reside. Which structure is a resting place?
Repeat that.
Which structure is what we call the resting place, where all the organelles reside? Like, remember, we go back to
Cytoplasm.
cytoplasm. Very good. So it's like, if you see clearly, right? It's the gooey looking. Let me see if I can, you see how it look jelly? You see how it has a jelly look to it? Yeah, that's the cytoplasm. They are inside. They're floating inside the cytoplasm. That's why it looks jelly inside. Yeah.
It looks alright.
Okay, so you see, they floating in something, right? That thing that they're floating in is the cytoplasm. See it gooey looking, right? Jelly look. So that's the cytoplasm. Okay, which structure is? Yes, ma'am.
What happened is plant cell and animal cell never existed.
Then we wouldn't have been surviving. We wouldn't have been alive. Yeah.
Wow.
The animal cell is inside of you, Plant cell is
in the plant.
All right. All right. So, okay, what structure is similar, can be compared to a food factory?
Chlorophyll.
Chloroplast.
Oh,
yeah.
You didn't give me that one?
No, I couldn't give you that one.
Chloroplast.
Chloroplast. Which structure is the powerhouse of the cell? Where you get the energy?
Mitochondria.
Mitochondria.
Yeah.
Which structure has a sturdy is there for a sturdy covering?
The cell wall.
Cell wall. Which structure is similar to a storehouse?
Vacuole.
Vacuole. Very good. All right. So hopefully you all have these notes already. Send in the notes for me. Not much notes for this class today, but send the notes if you did chloroplast, cell wall, cell membrane, and vacuole. Send in the notes for me.
Hey, Mr. Petit.
Yes, sir.
I hear that, since we doing this topic, I hear that the same topic will be on the health science Bgcse.
As you hear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where you hear that from?
Oh, I was in school when I heard that. That shocked me.
They say it's gonna be in the Bgcse?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think they said that you have to really label it, and then they have some structured questions or something like that. That's what I hear.
Wow. How do
they never know?
How do they know already? No one's supposed to see that.
I honestly don't know. I can't
see that.
They probably know someone in the ministry.
They know someone who knows knows someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows someone.
I don't know.
Really?
Austin.
Oh boy, I don't know that someone. I don't know. I just teaching. So don't think I know. I have no insight. I just like you. Having my fingers crossed, hoping that whatever we study is what come.
Telling you.
Yeah.
For real.
But yeah, I need to connect with that person, man. They need to give me some more insight. What else?
For real, man. Me, the process is
We learn everything.
What else? Okay. Okay. Man. Okay. Yes. General science. I was totally forgot what he's gonna do next. Okay. So general science. The last thing we did in general. What? Not general science. Health science. The last thing we did in health science was that we continued our discussion on those
pathogenic
diseases, right? And did we finish it? So we talked about worms. Oh, remember talking about worms and saying that all of us, well, really most of us, when I correct
Yes. Oh yeah, and talking about everybody up for him.
most people are worms. According to the data, the chances of the majority of people inside this class having it is very high.
I thought it was like you said, all of us are drunk. I was like, oh,
yeah, all of us have worms or had worms. But so we gotta continue on. Did I give y'all homework for this one? Homework I give y'all.
No, sir.
No, you didn't.
I didn't.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
Are you so serious?
You didn't. I swear, the last thing I found in my book is lost. Lost for the last word.
Loss.
Weight loss.
Weight loss.
I think we're not like that.
I said the last word.
Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't give y'all. Why didn't I give y'all homework for that?
I can walk in the
I feel like we did
homework. Yeah.
We're gonna get for a minute though.
Right. Thank you so much, Nathan. Very good. Thank you.
Oh, I shouldn't say that.
What's our homework yesterday for language?
Korean.
Did you do it?
What is
no,
this?
You didn't do it. Exactly. My point exactly. Okay. Okay. So let's look at this. So this is So today is. Look how we already in March.
Korean?
Telling you.
I still thought it was February.
Yeah, February too short. Too short.
You know, right?
It's the shortest month.
Quick.
February too short.
March.
The 1st of March. Well, the good news is that for those who are in grade 9, you soon come out of junior school. So.
The thing is, I'm not going to school because I love my Tuesday.
So Tuesday, the 1st of March, 2022, health science. Now, but I did tell y'all what we're gonna be doing next. Type of diseases that we're gonna be doing next is physio. It's a topic. This is gonna be physiological diseases. Physiological diseases. These are the ones that are most manageable. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So when you say physiological diseases, let me just talk about physiology. Now, let's kind of break this down so you can understand what's happening here. So physiology stands in contrast to, this is the notes. Yes, ma'am.
Is I think
Okay. Physiology stands in contrast to anatomy. For physiology deals with how the body functions or works, whereas anatomy deals with how the body looks. So physiology deals with, hey, how does the body works?
Okay, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, ma'am.
The physical is physiological disease.
It's who?
Scoliosis.
What is that? Say poliosis?
And they
Okay.
should polio.
Allow me to define what is a physiological disease, and then hopefully you could answer that question once you understand what a physiological disease is. So let's define it first. So physiology stands in contrast to anatomy. But physiology deals with how the body works, whereas anatomy deals with how the body looks, right?
I think I know one.
Say it again. Say thinking one.
I think I know one.
Now, since physiology deals with how the body works and functions, physiological diseases is the broadest, this is the biggest category of disease. This is the broadest category of disease, as it consists of anything that can physically go wrong with the body. Now, when we say anything that could go wrong with the body, we know the body is made up of different parts. So this means that we're talking about things that could go wrong with an organ. So kidney failure, liver failure, that's a physiological problem. This would include any organ or gland or cell or system. In fact, all other diseases except those that affect the mind can fit into this category. So all other diseases except stuff that deal with the mind can fit into physiological diseases. So physiological diseases can extend from, so when we talk about physiological disease, we can be talking about a broken bone, or we could be talking about something as deep as cancer. So physiological diseases can
So like
extend.
spine is like one of the broken bones.
Say it again.
So like a twist spine is like a broken bone.
If it's broken, yes. But if it's just twist, then it's just twist. Physiological diseases can extend from a broken bone or hundreds of different types of cancer. Now, the best way to prevent these diseases, when possible, is to what? What's the best way to prevent disease?
Change your diet.
Very good. Live not only a diet but also lifestyle. Is to live a healthy lifestyle. And we talk about the New Start lifestyle. Anyone can remember New Start? I don't know if y'all could remember that. New Start. Remember I told y'all what the key to a healthy life. New Start. Remember we talked about that? You can remember?
I guess eating healthy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Stuff
New
like that.
Start. The abbreviation New Start. Remember?
Oh, nutrients,
Yeah.
nutrition, exercise, water.
Oh yeah.
I said one of them. I said water. I mean, I said exercise.
Yeah. So nutrition is going to be proper nutrition. So that means plant-based diet. Eat your veggies. Get in your fiber. Make sure it's balanced. Make sure it's healthy. Exercise regularly. Drink lots of water. Spend time in the sunlight. Be temperate. Don't overeat. Don't smoke. Don't drink alcohol. Air. Drink fresh. I'm sorry. Breathe in fresh air. And that's in the beach in the early mornings. And then rest. Rest. That's like get your hours of rest that is required. And then finally trust in God. So those are the 8 principles for optimum health. And they are going to be what's going to help us to prevent disease. Right? So the best way to prevent diseases when possible is to live a healthy lifestyle. Now, the leading cause of death among Bohemian men, what do you think? Is what? I think it's the leading cause of death in Bohemian men.
You do much.
No.
Obesity.
Leading cause of death among
Heart
attacks.
no.
You sure?
Is not a communicable disease. When we say communicable, that means it could be contagious.
AIDS?
No, not AIDS. No. But
diabetes.
Rather, I don't know. Well, they didn't that.
Is it non-communicable diseases?
It's a
prostate cancer.
Very good. Prostate cancer.
Yeah.
That is. What do you mean? What is prostate? Okay, it's a cancer of the prostate. Okay.
It's a urine thing.
So prostate cancer that.
Something in the urine.
That's cancer of the prostate gland, which is located in the lower part, like inside above the
testicles.
Do you mean when inside your butthole?
No.
No.
No. Oh my. No. That's ironic. Please be more discreet with the words you use. Please.
Wait.
Oh mercy.
That wasn't called for.
Be more polite with the words you use. Ironic. Alright. Prostate cancer that could have been treated. Alright, could have been treated. Wow, y'all raw. Had it been diagnosed in time. So sometimes people is deal with, especially with physiological disease, if they would either live a healthy lifestyle or go to hospital in time. Sometimes we see stuff in our bodies and we wait until it's so bad.
How, how do they get prostate cancer? Like alcohol or that's kidney failure?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what is the main reason. Let me see.
Was rum drinking too much?
For prostate. Let's see. Main reason for prostate cancer. What they say. Yeah, they always start off with this. Oh, it's unclear what causes it. Yeah. I don't know. I'll have to look that up some more, but I don't know offhand. But they say possible factors though is obesity, smoking, alcohol consumption. So there you have it. Exposure to chemicals. So these are some. Okay, good. I like this one. This one mentions some certain risk factors that would increase your risk of getting it. Let's see. Look at the risk factors, because they always are afraid to state what directly caused something, but if you could get some risk factors, then that would okay, a high fat diet or obesity. That's a risk factor. Family history. So if you have a father or brother that has it, and being black, you're twice as likely to get it than
Why?
And I don't know.
Wow.
The risk.
Why? Hold on. Why?
Okay, the risk increases with age. It just sometimes it's just like that. Sometimes the risk factor increases by not by your race. Sometimes it's a racial thing too. No, it ain't. Come on, let's go. It ain't like that.
It is beyond website.
High fat diet or obesity. Yeah. Okay. What they're saying is that they have seen it most. They've seen it more in black men. That's what they're trying to say. Not that if you were a black person, you're gonna get it, but they have seen it more in black men than white men. That's what they're trying to say. Okay.
I'll let that slide.
You let that slide. You have no choice. This is what the website say. For women, it is. Guess what it is? The leading cause of women.
No.
Mamas. Heart what?
Attack.
Disease. One moment.
Heart failure. Failure, disease, attack.
Okay, it's heart. What?
Failure, disease, attack.
Heart.
What it is? Disease. It's disease.
And for all Bahamians, these are complicated by what? By the high rates of diabetes
and hypertension.
Yes, sir. Diabetes mellitus.
Everybody died.
Also known as what? What people just call it? Sugar.
Right.
So, when they say, oh, he had sugar, that's diabetes.
Yeah, diabetes.
Now I remember. Now listen, young people. Please do your best to keep your body in good health. Watch what you eat, please, because a lot of people in the Bahamas die early death from these simple things when they didn't have to if they had only eat a proper diet. So make sure that you are temperate. Make sure that you eat the things that you know produces life-giving force. Because I remember walking into the grocery store and I was overhearing a conversation and no, I wasn't overhearing a conversation. I asked the lady because I if I remember correctly, she had a pin with the person who was a parker. You know what them adult parkers? They had this pin, on their shirt. At least she had it on, and it was stating, when you have the pin for the death, people who die, right? You know those pin, right? Those pins to say, okay, the person died.
Red ones?
No, the pin.
I know what you mean.
Well, yeah, I have a pen with their face on it.
With their face on it, yeah. So I saw that, and I asked her, if I remember correctly, I asked her, like, okay, what happened to him? Because I knew him in there. And she said something very simple, and it just stuck with me. She said 3 words. He had sugar. That's all she said. He had sugar, and that means he had diabetes, and that's what caused him. And so diabetes is totally treatable if you have it, reversible if you have it, and preventable if you do not have it. And so you don't want it to be, you don't want that to be a side. You cry. So make sure eat the stuff that you know is good for you and avoid the stuff that. I know it's hard. It's not easy, when you smell the oils and the scents from the different food chains. I know it's not easy, but your life matters more than taste. So. Okay, just thought I would say, put that plug in. Vegan power.
And
anyway,
people keep advertising it more than vegetables.
Say it again.
I say, and like business companies advertise more junk food than healthier foods.
Yeah, you got that right. It's cheap.
So that's a problem.
Yeah, it's
more money.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but the health is the least of their concern. And so we can't let them take us out like that. We then black, so we don't want to, we don't want to make it
be another stereotype.
Exactly. Another thing that helps is exercise. Let me press exercise here regularly.
Probably every 2 weeks.
I'm trying to do it every day.
Come on.
I mean, you compete. Yeah. If you compete, yeah.
If we compete, so you think you still could compete if you don't exercise on a regular?
I know.
Yeah.
Having PE, playing basketball, that's exercise.
Yeah, on PE. That's exercise. Running around.
Y'all don't even do PE no more since COVID.
We our school. Our school doing it.
Your schools do it? Okay,
yeah.
I wish they don't. Just PE too much.
I don't mean that running laps.
That's good.
No mean that running.
I talk about just don't see.
Yeah, actual PE, run around the court and stuff like that.
What school do you go to?
Yeah, we used to have PE.
What school
we just learn about tennis.
What school do you go to that's have PE?
Who?
Mines.
Your schools have PE?
I
What school are this?
St. Anne's. We have PE.
PE? How y'all up in PE? I know she live in Ireland, so that's fine. Who live in Nassau?
Yeah, I see on PE.
What?
Who live in Nassau and they haven't PE?
Me.
Nathan?
For the first time in 3 years, though.
Say for the first time in 3 years.
No, for true.
I mean,
no, our teachers so lazy, but we have PE once for the whole work. No. And he done know to PE that.
That's what I'm saying. I swear. So, not enough exercise? That is not enough exercise.
I play basketball and run around all day.
No. You say you just
So,
you have
so
that.
Mr. Petit, so like
I play ball.
you participating in track and you know exercise then that you trying to
Okay,
tell
that's good.
That's good exercise. You're running over like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
I
y'all
had
do is
that today, so that's why I asked that.
Okay, good. So exercise is a healthy. So yeah, especially while a young man. When I was young, I used to. Boy, I used to be in everything, boy. Basketball, soccer, exercise, a healthy, balanced.
Pandemic wasn't out.
Yeah, no, we didn't have no pandemic though.
We
Okay, so
missed some
exercise,
eggs.
a healthy diet, and frequent visits, doctor visits, can help with improving your health and prolonging your life. So if you want to prolong your life and not die quickly, lead a healthy life. It's very important. It also helps with the nation too, because and this is gonna be our last sentence before we go because time is up. But the cost, right? You know that being sick is a cost, right? It's a cost to the government too. So the cost of
That's good.
the cost that's not good. The cost of medicine and insurance. You know how much it costs to stay in doctor's hospital one night, right?
telling you.
Yes.
They need to build a new hospital. They
Yeah, I mean, hey, it still costs money. But what if all of us was healthy? We didn't need a hospital except for emergency.
Money.
So the cost
The
of
government
medicine
will be
and
disappointed.
insurance to ensure, right? Treatment of these persons, we would save a lot of money if we just would eat right and be healthy. Such sicknesses as diabetes, hypertension, and I think about these diseases that when you have them, they often lead to other complications, which often lead to other illnesses, such as what? Such as stroke. What else? And
A heart attack?
heart disease. Okay. Let me put a bracket on this. It's becoming what? It's becoming more expensive for both the insurance and the medicine. So these things are becoming very expensive for the government and also for individuals. Okay, and so you want to ensure that you are leading a healthy life so that it wouldn't be a burden to society, right? It wouldn't be a burden to your family members as well. Okay? So, exercise, healthy diet, frequent doctor visits would help with improving your health and prolonging long life. Okay, so when we come back, we're going to finish off our discussion of physiological diseases. We didn't have much notes today, but
I mean, just cut it. Was it this big paragraph?
but
When we start, I didn't get to it.
but send in the notes that we have written, and then I can't leave without not giving y'all homework. What's a good homework?
I don't put my book down.
No homework on the list.
Yes.
Bettina, I gotta go all over to get my book again.
Okay. Let's see. What is the difference? This is very easy. What is the difference between communicable and non-communicable diseases? All right, so what is the difference between communicable and non-communicable diseases? All right, and so with that being said, for those who are coming to class tomorrow, see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Where we'll continue our discussion. Tomorrow is Wednesday already.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and so we'll
good.
Yeah, and so we'll end right here.
Good night, everyone.
I'll see you tomorrow.
All
right, good night.
That sounds pretty good, okay? With mouse pepper.
You done with it?
Thank you. Yes, sir.
All right. Take care.